I just watched a video produced by an Asian doctor on YouTube about the dangers of Delta8. Now, I don't want to call anybody out, and I don't care that he's a doctor, and I don't care that he's Asian. What I care about is the fact that he makes a glittering generality, and his video says, Delta8 is dangerous. Okay, and then he goes on to say that, the products out there are mislabeled. Okay, they've got THC in them, or they don't have as much Delta8 in them. Okay. Kids get a hold of them. Okay, not a good thing. Kids take them, eat the whole bag because their parents are irresponsible, and get sick. Okay, I can understand that. Delta8 is made typically from CBD because it doesn't occur in large quantities naturally in the cannabis plant, so it doesn't make it lucrative to extract it. So they make it out of CBD. Okay. And they use acids and bases and do all sorts of things with solvents to make the CBD. Okay, got it. Now, many times, these solvents are not extracted completely. Oh, definitely, got it. Okay, but when you make all these glittering generalities and you talk about one aspect of a cannabinoid and feature all the bad things about it, how they're not labeled correctly, how they're not extracted or purified correctly, how they're not handled appropriately, how they're mislabeled, and how parents aren't, again, keeping them from their kids, that gives people the impression that Delta8 itself is dangerous, and it is not. Do you want to eat something that has residual solvents in it, like hydrochloric acid, hexane, things like no. Do you want to eat something that's got heavy metals in it? No. Okay, do you want to have something that's mislabeled? No. Do you want to give it to your kids so they possibly could get really, really sick? No. But Delta8 in and of itself is not dangerous when taken by adults. Okay, so this is the problem I have with his video. He hammers on Delta8 as if Delta8 itself is dangerous. The irresponsible ways in which Delta8 is manufactured are dangerous. The product itself is not dangerous. That's like saying a car that was slapped together by a 15-year-old drives down the street and blows up because it had a gas leak. That makes all cars dangerous. So that's a glittering generality and a huge jump. So my point is that if you're going to be taking Delta8, great. It's less euphoric than Delta9, doesn't last as long. You just have to make sure that the product is been lab tested. And that is typically involves pesticides, heavy metals, solvents, other cannabinoids, and then things like filth, which is actually a category, and then funguses and molds and things like that. So when you're buying your product, it has to have some type of lab report, or you have to have confidence in the company that's supplying it to you so you, again, can feel good about the product. But just to generalize about saying Delta8, you can say that about Delta9, you can say that about just about anything on the planet. And I'll also tell you this, how many products from the pharmaceutical industry or the food industry that are recalled almost regularly because they've got some type of poisonous substance in them? When's the last time you bought a bottle of Advil or a jar of jelly and asked for the lab report? Okay? So again, his information was nice, it was appreciated, but it was a little biased and it wasn't quite accurate.